Hey, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a little while since I've been doing these GTA glitches, but I got a pretty easy one here for you that I'm going to go ahead and get into. As far as the requirements for this one, what you do need is you will need a facility. In the facility, you want to have either a Fagio or an LG RH8, a car that you want to basically get rid of. You also will need a bunker. You're also going to need an MOC with the third bay as personal vehicle storage. And inside the MOC, what you need is the car that you want to go ahead and duplicate. So most likely it's going to be a Benny's vehicle, most likely the LG Custom. You can use other cars. I've talked about that in other videos, how that is possible. You just only can say dupe the Tezrak if you bought it, and then sell the original and keep the dupe copy, and then that's it. You can't dupe them and sell them. But so for people that don't have money, you can do it with cheaper cars and keep doing that process that I just said. But primarily what you want to do is get in the habit of doing LGs if you have the cash, and I can leave some comments if you don't have the cash for that. I can tell you the steps to keep duping supercars, or dupe a supercar and then take the money, invest it into a LG, and then soup it up and then keep doing this glitch. But anyway, here we are. I just walked into the MOC. I got my LG Custom. You can see I have my black goose plate on it. I'm just going to show you that for later on in the video. So just so I mentioned this works on PlayStation, it also works on Xbox, and I am in an invite-only lobby just to, make things easier for myself. I'm sure you could have other friends doing the same thing in an invite-only lobby. I don't think you guys interfere with each other, but if it doesn't work, then I would suggest try doing it yourself in your own invite-only lobby. So what I did is I just drove my car that I want to duplicate out of the MOC, and then it ends up parking it inside my my bunker. Now you basically just exit your bunker. Now what you're going to need to do is make sure that you do not call your mechanic. Do not order any cars like that. What I did is I started off this with a buzzard that I got from my CEO office by talking to my secretary, but apparently you can go ahead and join like a CEO, and then I think you can order one of those free vehicles or even possibly the buzzard through them. I just had the buzzard out on the map, so as long as it's not one of your personal vehicles that's out on the map, you can also use a streetcar, something like that. Just make sure that you do not call in one of your personal vehicles or order a bike through your motorcycle club, once you've started this glitch. So it has to register that the last car that you've actually touched was, that car that you pulled out of the bunker, or you drove out of your MOC into the bunker. So make sure you take some type of vehicle that's not a personal vehicle, and then make your way back over to your facility. You see, for me, I have the farmhouse bunker, and then I have the wind alternatives facility. So it's really easy, it's really close. Some people will have some bunkers and facilities spread out, so that's obviously going to take some time. But for this step, all you need to do is go into your facility, and again, you're going to have the car that you want to duplicate over. Basically, the car you want to get rid of is going to be inside your facility. So once this loads in, I'm going to go ahead and jump in that car, which happens to be an LG RH8. And I'm just going to go ahead and sit inside the car, and right before I get to the car, I'll explain exactly what you need to do. But basically, it's a really easy step. You just have to go ahead and get in the car. Alright, and once you sit in the car, you have to hit the gas. Just tap the gas. And as you do that, you want to hit up on your D-pad or your control pad to bring up your phone. And what will happen is, as the screen turns black, you might be able to see the outer image of your phone being pulled up. But once you spawn outside the facility, you should spawn with your phone already up. Just kind of let that phone stay up for a couple seconds, get rid of it, and then go get in the same vehicle that you used to get over to your facility. Now, if it's a personal vehicle, a street car, and it disappears, then you'll have to get another one. That's why I recommend, start this off with a buzzard from your CEO office through talking to your secretary. Or if you don't have that, you could go ahead and do it through your SecuroServe, and then, get it that way. But just make sure it is not a personal vehicle that you've called from a mechanic, and possibly through your motorcycle club. Like, just stay with a streetcar, or just go ahead and start this off with a buzzard. That's probably going to be a best bet. So I'm just leaving the phone up just for a little bit longer, just in case, because I was unsure if I needed to leave it up the whole time before I went over to the bunker again. But I just want to give a quick shout out to Sky PS4 Gamer. I'm sorry. He's the one that I'm pretty sure came up with this glitch. I watched this video off of his channel, so big shout out to you, Sky. Great job with finding this. All I'm going to do now is just head back over to my bunker, which for me, is pretty easy because it's just right across the highway. So I know not everybody's going to have that same type of setup, but you know, it shouldn't be that big of a deal to go ahead and do this and you know, dupe yourself some cars. Speaking of that, I actually have to dupe the Tyrant to myself while we're heading over there. What I'm going to do is I bought the Tyrant that came out not too long ago, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do the same step here, but I'm going to dupe the Tyrant, and then what I'm going to do is sell the original one that I bought for $2.5 million, and then I'm going to keep the dupe copy, and then that's it. I can't keep duping those cars. It's only one time if you bought the car, so I'll probably get maybe $1.7 million for that Tyrant after I dupe a copy to myself and then sell the original. So I've done that a lot of times with new cars that I buy. It actually makes the car a lot cheaper. Basically, I'll get that Tyrant for only about $700,000 to $800,000 instead of $2.5 million. So that's a pretty good technique. You'll see right now I still got my regular plate on this car. Okay, so this is still my original car. Now, the magic happens once you get in the car. Look exactly what happens. As soon as you jump in the car, your player registers opening that door. The plate ends up changing. So now you got a duped copy of the car right here, and you have the original copy still sitting inside your MOC. Now, when you go to try and drive it in the MOC, it's going to say, you know, personal vehicle storage is full. Just go ahead and accept that, and what's going to happen now is the dupe copy is going to be inside your MOC. Your original copy, in my case, the one that had the black goose plate, is going to be, it was in my MOC as soon as the plate changed on this car. And then once I drive this car in, what happens is now the original one with the black goose plate is going to get switched over to my facility where I drove that LG RH8 out of. Okay, because if you saw that kind of glitched, I drove the car out, my phone was up, but I spawned outside on foot. So that's the big key for this. You know, obviously you should know that you're in a car, you drove the car out, you get out, and there's no car, you still got your phone up. So, you know, something glitched out right there, and I guess that's what Sky found out to make this basically work. So now the glitch is all set. I got that car. I'm just going to show you that the original one with the black plate is inside my facility in that same slot where I pulled the free, you know, that black LG RH8. Now, as I'm driving over there, or flying over there, if you want to repeat this, all you would need to do is just do the same exact step now. You know, I would say just walk outside of your bunker, okay? Walk back in, go to the MOC, pull that car out, and once it's inside your bunker in that little parking slot, just basically get out, go over to your facility, get in the, I'm sorry, you would have to put another car inside your facility that you want to get rid of. I think I have another LG RH8, but for this video I'm not going to go ahead and repeat, but that's what you would need to do. I guess the only step would be either just to make sure your facility has a couple of them so you could do 3 or 4 in a row. If not, you could just go ahead right now and order one and, you know, put it in the garage in the city and then just call your mechanic, or if you have another one stored somewhere, just call your mechanic and get one here, or go through the motorcycle club and get a Faggio and then drive it in and swap it out with one of the cars. But, you know, so start this off, probably put a couple of cars that you want to get rid of, a couple of Faggios or free LGs in your facility so you can repeat the steps like 3 or 4 times and get 3 or 4 cars. So for this one, like I said, I'm just going to show you that the car is in the same slot. But again, if you wanted to repeat at that moment that the plate changed on the car inside the bunker and I drove it in the MOC and it said, you know, the vehicle storage was full, you know, once you exit the MOC and exit the bunker, just walk back in and repeat those steps and you should be, you know, pretty much all set. Pull the car out, get out, go to your facility, get in the car that you want to duplicate over, hit the gas, and up on the control pad, bring your phone up at the same time. And then, you know, you spawn outside on foot, get any car other than one of your personal vehicles, go over to your bunker, and then, you know, just get inside that car that you already pulled out of your MOC. So, if you guys have any problems, any, you know, situations that come up, maybe if you're confused on the steps, go ahead and leave some comments. I reply back to everybody that leaves comments in my, my videos. So I hope you guys can take advantage of this. It probably will be patched sometime tomorrow, Tuesday, when they usually patch everything. So take advantage. Hopefully it works out. Thanks for watching. Sorry I haven't been on GTA in a while, but hopefully I'll get that schedule going a little bit better. Thanks again. I'll see you guys next time.